Hello and welcome back to the Demis Hellen channel. We are back with another arpeggio series video. Now, I did say this is going to transition into a melody series. We're still going to do arpeggios, we're still going to do melodies, but we're going to combine this and do some learning on different aspects of melody creation as well. So we're going to be looking into the sort of like intro melodies, the counter melodies, and all the things that come with trance production. So we're going to take a look at an intro melody in this episode. Okay, so we have a sectioned off now, and I've removed my original melody from there. So you can start with the chords if you want to, build the chord structure and then work around that, or you can start with like the melody build, because you technically don't need the chords at this stage as long as you're in the right key, and then obviously you can work on that. So jumping in, I just want to let you know that it is A minor rather than D minor, and that is all white notes, A to A. Now we are riding on top of the bass, which is in the key, well, it's on the note D, so we're starting really in D minor, but it's an A minor structure. The reason that I'm saying it's A minor, just for this demonstration so it doesn't confuse you, is all white notes, A to A is A minor. Now, if I said it was D minor, we have a flattened B in there. So you can see it's classed as an A sharp on the keyboard, but it is a flattened B, and if you go to the B, you can see that it's not in the scale, it's little orange. So that's the only difference between the two scales. That's why I'm saying it's A minor. So how can we create character from this? So we've got the bare bones structure here. Now we can create a variety of different tones in this, just give it a whole different direction. So for starters, we could just do a standard arpeggio, something like this. And you can hear it just injects a whole different feel to the track. Now, if we was to just have that rolling, sounds pretty good. I'm going to put that up an octave higher. Sounds pretty good. I'm going to just repeat that so we can hear it over 4 bars. And obviously that is a very simplified version of creating an intro melody. Nothing wrong with that, of course. But what we're going to do is just take this just a little bit further, because we are more advanced than that. We could have this roll, so we have it sort of like do this triangle shape here and do that maybe. You can hear that we're giving it character now. You'll know that I've talked about half steps in the past, and this is the sort of things that in your scale we have whole tones and half tones, whole steps, half steps, and that is just a case of, does the note have to straddle another note to get to the next one in the key? What I mean by that is, you can see here, we've got it in D minor still. Let's put it back into A minor. You can see this is not in the scale. The next one is B. So we have to straddle a note to get there. That is a whole step. Now, these two here are not straddling notes at all. They're next to each other, but they're in key. That's a half step. And these ones give it just that little splash of character. And you could have something like that. Then you can just mess around with the variations. you can see that we can get a very different tone out of that. So it's not, I wouldn't say it's constant, and that is okay at this stage. We can just have these two. These are my two layers. And let's just edit both of them. So that would sound okay. I'm going to copy those across, and we're going to jump into what is my intro melody here. So just to quickly walk you through the presets as well, we might as well do that whilst we're here. The pluck preset. So the first one is coming from my Faceplant Trance pack, available on the website. You'll see it on screen now, and that's called Party Till Sunrise. I've done a few tweaks there, so you can see on screen the tweaks that I've done here. I think the attack. So I've got Dream State turned up, but the attack is down, and I think the mix is down on the delay. So you can just copy those and you'll get the same sound. The second one, I think, is Spire, I think. Oh no, this one is Vital. So this is my Progressive Pluck 1. This is actually from a brand new pack, tutorial series for Born to Produce. So if you want that preset, you can get it as part of the whole production pack there. But otherwise, you can see it there on screen. Just copy that. The intro melody here looks like I'm going for Vital again here. So this is from my Uplifting Trance Vital series. You can see that on screen. There's still a huge saving on that. It's at $59.90 or $59.70. Should be in excess of £100. So if you want to grab a deal, you can do there and get everything in there, including some projects. So Uplifting Pluck 21. And I think the top melody is massive. Pluck Stars Heaven version 2, one of the most original presets that I ever made on this channel. So you can get that. That's what it looks like on screen if you want to copy the settings. If we just take a look at global, that's what they are there. So you can see how that sound is set up. So let's take a look at the intro melody. That sounds like this. And it's heavily delayed. I'm using the Replica XT here. It's going to appear on this screen, not that screen. Using that setting there, so it's no particular preset, just set that up myself. And that's designed to house a little bit of groove. So I'm going to start on A again. Let's try. Let's get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of the percussion as well for now, including the kick. So I'm going to do a straight rhythm up. So these are just eighth notes going upwards. We're just working on a 16 grid. And I might just take that little hook there. And let's try that there. So you can hear that it's a bit too linear with this. I'm doing sort of like 2.5 bars and then starting again. And I'm just going to try and squeeze something in there like that. So you can hear how that gives it a bit of character. That's not going to be the final resting place for that melody. But if we was to put it in context with this, and I'm just, let's get rid of those automation points. Just going to close the filter a little bit. So now you can hear that that melody sounds like it's doing a ton more than it actually is. And then on top of that, we have a top melody. Now, these are optional. You don't have to do these, but we can add in little sort of like embellishments of the main intro melody. So we have here A, C, D, F and E. And I could just play this on here. And really, it's up to you with the improvisation, whether you draw it in, whether you play that in. So let's play a top melody in here. I'm just going to start it from here so I can get a good run in. And don't worry if you make mistakes, you can correct these obviously just by dragging and dropping notes in different places. So I'm pretty happy with where that went. Usually these improvisations, they just roll and roll and roll till I get something or a few different ideas down. That went pretty well to say that's on the fly. I'm just going to quantize them. So I want that to be a little less resolved. And my envision was something like that. And then it goes back up to A. So I'm just going to have that little roll at the end. Maybe like that. Utilising that half step again. Let's just see what it sounds like one octave down. And then really as a bonus for this, because I'm really happy with how that sounds, I'm just going to overlay add just some chords. I'm going to actually turn up the mod wheel so it opens the filter. And I'm just going to play it on the top of it and see what chord structure we can get out of this. So obviously we're on D, so that's where I'm going to start, and we'll work something out. Okay. Okay, so that's the chord structure I've just gone for there. I'm just going to neaten them up. Let's get rid of the basses for now. Okay, so I've come up with the chord structure here. We are going to follow the same, just took me a few seconds there to get in the mode. Like I said, the original melody is still coming back into the forefront of my mind. So I'm going to build up the progression like this, up to a C. So I'm essentially skipping a note in the scale every time. So we get a very different progression there, and obviously sticking that into the entire track now that we've got that in place. And put the bass back in. So there we are, we're bringing the episode to a close. Hopefully you've gained just as much information as you did from the previous episodes in the arpeggiation series. Just want to show you something a little bit different, especially with building things on the fly. None of that was planned. It's really just to show you how the creative process can work really quickly. So you've got 3 melodies and you've got a chord structure as well. Feel free to use them, feel free to change them up and use them in your own projects. And with that said, thank you very much for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Take care.